Hi guys, welcome back to Two Moms in a Pod. I'm Kim.
And I'm Ari.
Oh my gosh, it's been a long time.
3 weeks,
3 weeks, yeah.
Or more than that?
No, I think 3 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't check the date.
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah,
because we
post.
August
6th.
we were. Oh my god, and it's the
27th.
27th. Well, I mean, I want to apologize for there not being a podcast episode last week, but mom
well, it
thinks,
was kind of both of us because you couldn't record Saturday.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't record Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's on both of us. It's not just you.
Yeah, I don't even think I could have recorded Sunday, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, because Ollie Ollie was pretty bad.
Oh no.
So Ollie ended up getting sick. So she had like a runny nose and like a small cough for like 2 weeks already.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, we had gotten her tested for COVID twice because Caesar's mom tested positive for COVID. And then we all got tested.
Oh,
and then she was the only one that was having like a runny nose and stuff. I was like, oh, heck no. And so we got her tested twice and it was both negative. But she was still like had a runny nose and had like a slight cough. And then for like 2 weeks. And then she seemed like she was fine. She seemed like she was like not as runny anymore. She wasn't really coughing. And then last Friday, we picked her up from daycare, and I thought her eyes looked like kind of small because I thought she had just woken up from a nap.
Yeah.
But then, like, when we were in the car going home, I noticed that she had like eye boogers. And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, maybe from her nap. But then, like, as the day progressed, like, she kept having more and more eye boogers, and I was like, oh no. And
Pink
then
eye.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, it's probably pink eye or something. And then her nose started getting super runny again.
Oh, no.
And then that night, so Friday into Saturday night, like, we tried to clean her as much as we could. And like we thought we were cleaning her like kind of throughout the night. And then at some point she like woke up crying because she couldn't open her eye.
Oh.
That's how bad it got. And oh my god, my girl, she goes, my eye is broken. Because she couldn't open it. And so we ended up taking her to the urgent care on Saturday. And the doctor was like, okay, well, she has a cold. And then he's like, and she has an eye infection. And then he checked her ears, and he's like, oh, and she has an ear infection.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, so we've been dealing with that this whole week. And she has her eye drops, or I think we're gonna do them just today. I think yesterday was supposed to be her last day, but like with like daycare and everything, we weren't keeping up with it as much. So we're like, we'll just do the 3 today, give her an extra day, and then that's it. And then her antibiotics, she finishes them on Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
how is she doing with that? Because I know she doesn't really like to take medicine.
well, we've been putting it in her juice and in her milk.
Oh, and she can't taste the difference?
I don't think so, because this time it's like a pink one. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like bubblegum flavor or something. So I'm pretty sure she kind of like likes it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we'll give her like a little bit. Like, we'll give her like less than anything, and then as soon as she finishes that, then we'll give her like a full like cup of juice or a full cup bottle of milk.
So it won't be like,
yeah, to make sure that she finishes it.
Yeah,
because that's one of the things, like when she had that whole the lymph node thing that she had, we struggled with that because there'd be some times where we'd give her a full bottle and like she wouldn't finish the whole thing, so we weren't sure she was getting her full dosages. Yeah, so this time we're like, let's just give her like a little bit, and then like, so at night we'll give her like, we'll do 2 bottles, so we'll give her one which is like not even less than half of milk with her antibiotics, and then we'll have like a full bottle next to the bed because she usually will finish it and then want more.
Oh, okay.
So that's how we've been doing it, and she's been really good about taking her antibiotics. So
that's smart though.
Yeah, Leah's 10 months old, 11.
She just turned 11 today. I know.
Have they told you anything about like how much, like if you're allowed to give her juice and stuff?
No.
No.
Because I remember you had told me something about water, that they can't drink more water than they they want.
Yeah.
That it's only a certain amount. And I remember I asked her pediatrician, and she said, "Oh, just give her as much as she wants." But I'm like, I remember Kim had said,
yeah, when they're smaller. Yeah, when they're like before 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was concerned. I'm like, I don't want to give her too much if she's not allowed to have that much.
No, it was just before they're 3 months, you're only supposed to give them like a really small amount. But it's because I'm confused because so when we took her to the urgent care and we were like talking to the doctor, he was like, we asked him, oh, is it like okay if we put her medicine in like her juice or her milk? And then he's like, yes, that's fine, because I know kids like obviously don't always want to take like medication. He's like, but no more juice after. And I was just like, I was confused because I've gotten asked like on the questionnaires and stuff, like when we go to her like appointments, like if we're giving her like a certain amount of like ounces of juice, but then this doctor's like no juice at all because of the sugar or something like that.
Like at all?
Yeah, like at all.
Or just after her medicine?
No, he's saying like at all, like no juice. He's like, you shouldn't be giving her juice. He's like, but you can give her juice right now so that she takes her medicine, but no juice. But what? I was just like, because she's almost 2. She'll be 2 in October.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, the juice that we get her is like the Mott's, and it's like 40% less sugar. It literally tastes like watered down apple juice. But I thought she was allowed to have just like a certain amount of like juice.
Yeah.
And he was saying like no juice at all. So now me and Caesar are like super confused.
Well, maybe he thinks you're giving her like juice that has a lot of sugar.
I don't know, because he's like no juice at all. He's like just milk and water. And then he's like, and no like cookies and stuff like that. And I was just like, well, she doesn't eat. She'll have her cookies, but she has like the baby cookies. I still don't give her like Oreos or like, you know, regular
Chips
stuff
away.
like that. Yeah. But like she'll have them once in a while if they're around. But he's like, yeah, it's too much sugar, so no, like not anything with like a ton of sugar. He's like, so no juice at all. And I was just like, that's so weird.
Or does he mean right now while she's sick and getting better?
I don't think so, because he's like, she shouldn't be having juice, but I'll allow it right now so that she takes her medicine. But he's like, only water and milk.
Really?
And then I also thought that like, I've heard that like when you're congested and you drink milk, it like makes your phlegm worse.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's a myth. Yeah, because I asked him, I was just like, because she's so congested, should we like minimize the amount of milk she's drinking? And he's like, no, that's a myth. I was just like, now I'm confused.
I don't think so, because when I've been sick,
I
feel the huge difference when I drink milk.
Yeah, same.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Is he her pediatrician?
No, he was just a pediatrician that was available.
You should email her pediatrician.
Yeah.
And ask her.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have to make her appointment soon, because I'm pretty sure they do like the 2-year appointment.
Oh.
And she's almost 2. So I'm going to like talk to her doctor and be like, hey, can she be having juice?
Yeah.
And like milk, is it okay? Because I think one of the times when she got sick and I took her to the ER, like the Chalk Hospital ER, I think even the doctor there had told me like, don't give her any milk because it makes it worse. Like give her water. Like if and then probably because he's like, maybe the mixture of like the mucus and the milk is what's really making her like throw up.
Yeah. So,
only give her water. So we were putting her to sleep with like bottles of water.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm so confused. Like it's so crazy. Like that's why you don't know, because some doctors say something, other doctors say another thing.
And they just end up confusing you.
Yeah. And then Caesar like looked it up, and then he's just like, yeah, we're not going to give her any more juice. So like we literally went to the store yesterday and we didn't buy her any more juice.
Aw, poor Ollie. No.
Yeah.
I think she could still have juice.
Like a little bit at least, especially because like the one we get her is literally like, it tastes like watered down apple juice.
Yeah, and then it's not like you're giving her a lot of sweets every single day or often, you know?
Yeah, like she doesn't have like chips and things like that. Like, I just don't like it, so I just don't give her any. Like, she'll have some once in a while, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the one thing she has is like Bollies, but we get her the Pedialyte ones. I was like, because those are like more hydrating and they're less sugar and things like that. I was just like, but like, I don't know, like, juice just doesn't seem like a bad thing. It's just juice. Like, I get, there's a lot of sugar in it, but like, none at all? Until when?
I don't know, but I think just probably cut it. Yeah. From what she's used to now. Yeah. Just to be safe.
Yeah, because I'm like, that would be sad to just completely cut her off.
Yeah. And she loves juice.
Yeah, she loves her apple juice. And like, now she says apple juice.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, you can't take that away from her.
I know. I don't know, but we'll see, I guess.
I mean, that's what I would do. If the doctor had told me this, like, out of nowhere, I would at least cut it back from what I would used to give her, you know? Because I know Ollie has her juice, after breakfast and lunch and dinner. And then every now and then between that with snacks. So maybe just give it to her after each meal instead of in between.
Yeah, and then, I mean, the way we try to do it is, like if she's had juice for, like, breakfast, and then, like, throughout the day we'll give her water, and then, like, if she has it for like her, like, lunchtime, then for dinner we'll give her water. We won't give her any more juice.
Oh, see,
you know, so like, fine. I don't think she drinks too much juice, and either way it's not like we ever give her like a full cup of juice. It's like half, or like even sometimes less than half. Yeah.
I think you're fine. Maybe the doctor just thought that you're giving her like a full cup of juice at every hour.
Yeah. And then her even her milk, he's like she should only be having 2 cups of milk a day only. He's like, because if you give them too much milk when they're young, because she's obviously drinking, like, she's drinking regular milk. Like, I think she drinks whole milk, but now we're giving her the lactose free milk.
Why? Is she lactose
she intolerant? She might be like me. She might be lactose intolerant.
Really? Oh.
But yeah, he's like, she should only be having 2 cups a day and then no more. He's like, because it's too much, I think, iron or something like that. No, not iron. He said it's too much something that can cause her to be anemic. I don't know. I need to ask my, like, regular pediatrician, because, like, he gave me so much information that I was just like, this, like, contradicts everything, like,
that you were taught from the beginning.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Was this at Kaiser?
Yeah, at Kaiser. Yeah. And then, oh my gosh, we went, like, kind of when it opened, so we went early. We were there, like, I think I want to say we were there by like 9, and then we like had to wait. We like checked in or whatever, and there were so many people already. Yeah, like so many people.
Oh, well, it was on a Saturday.
I was just like, it opened, like, because it opens at 8:30, and we got there by like 9. So I was just like, in 30 minutes, all of these people, and then we like waited there, and then they're like, oh well, we have to give you an appointment with a pediatrician because she's under 2. So like they had to make me an appointment at like 3, so we were there forever, and then they're like, oh, and you have to come back at 3 because we can't see her right now.
Dang, that sucks.
Like, that sucks. I was just like, are you sure? I was like, she's gonna be 2 in like 2 months. You guys can't just see her.
I know, I hate when they do that.
I know.
It's like, why? I'm already here.
Seriously. But anyway, that's what I've been dealing with the last week.
Dang. It must have been stressful, though.
Yeah, and it just sucks because of, like, how congested she was. Like, you can just tell how much she was struggling at night.
To
like,
breathe?
she would be drinking her bottle, and she would, like, stop, and, like, you can hear her breathe through her mouth.
Oh,
yeah, she'd, like, be drinking, and then she'd go, and then she'd, like, keep drinking her bottle because she couldn't breathe through her nose.
Oh, poor Ollie.
Yeah.
Did you try the Vicks?
Yeah, we tried it on her. We tried it on her chest and on her back, and then I did it on her nose once. But then Caesar said that you're not supposed to put it on their nose. He said it's okay to put it on their, like, chest and then their back, but you're not supposed to put it on their nostrils.
Why?
I don't know. He said something about it, like, being, like, bad or something. And I was just
well,
like,
it's
well,
not like you're putting
once.
a lot. You're just putting, like, a little bit, like, right here on the tip of
just
their
so
nose.
she smells it and it, like, opens up her
nostrils.
But I only did it the one time, and then, I would do it on her chest and on her back. And then we were doing, like, the saline nasal spray for her. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I was trying to suction out her boogers, but, like, again, she's, like, almost 2 and she, like, hates it. So, like, I was struggling so much.
Oh, and then imagine.
Like, we even got her, like, a automatic, like, suction thing. Yeah, and, like, we tried that, and, like, again, she would, like, let me for, like, a second and then, like, not let me. I'm like, I'm just trying to make you feel better.
Oh, man.
I know.
I was gonna tell you, you should have tried giving her some tea. Mm-hmm. So it could have helped her too.
With the congestion or with the... Yeah.
And then with the phlegms too, so it could, like...
You flush it all out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did that with Leah. Mm-hmm. Remember when she was sick, when she was very tiny?
Yeah.
She didn't like the spray thingy that you told me to get. She hated it.
Yeah,
And my mom told me, start giving her tea. That way, it'll help her clear out her phlegms. And then she also told me to give her less formula because that's what would cause it more. And I'm like, but that's all she eats.
Yeah.
So I was trying to give her tea here and there just so it could clear her out, and it worked.
Yeah. It's so tough when they're, like, that small because, like, literally if they're under 2, like, the doctors can't give them anything.
Yeah.
Other than, like, maybe Tylenol, and, like, that's literally it.
But Tylenol doesn't really do much.
And then that too, like, and then the fact that, like, they consider a fever to be, like, that doctor told me a fever was 100.3 and higher. So, like, he's like, and then, like, doctors have told me, like, if she's really fussy and this and that, like, you can give her Tylenol. And then we asked him, and he's like, no Tylenol unless she has a fever. So I'm like, but, like, it's also for, like, I don't know if she has body aches, like, if she's, like, you know, she's super fussy because she doesn't feel good.
Like, maybe she has a stomach ache or her head hurts. Like, you don't know because they don't know how to communicate that.
Yeah, and then, like, before we took her, like, I think 2 nights before we took her, she had gotten up to, like, 99 point something, like, almost basically 100. And then he's just like, okay, so no fever. And I'm like, well, I guess not. And he's just like, a fever isn't until 100.4. And I'm just like, so you're telling me my daughter has to get up to 100.4 before I can, like, do anything about her being, like, super freaking hot? Yeah. So I don't know. It's just tough when they're small and they're like, and then because they can't communicate exactly what they feel.
They're feeling,
yeah. But
oh, man,
I know
having a kid is tough.
So tough. But yeah, and it's just that whole, like, that they can't like, do anything because she's so small.
Yeah.
Which, like, I get, because they're tiny and you don't want to give them anything and then it make things worse, you know? But still, it's hard.
Yeah, I remember, I think I cried when she got sick because I was like, I failed as a mom. You know, like, I should have been more cautious and, like, making sure she wouldn't get sick. Because I think my husband got sick and I kept telling him, like, don't kiss her or don't hold her too much because you're gonna get her sick.
Yeah.
And then, like, a week later she got sick.
Yeah.
And then I started feeling like I failed because I should have been more verbal with him and telling him, like, don't kiss her, like, don't hold her too long.
Yeah.
Or at least wear a face mask.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I didn't, and I cried. I was like, no.
Yeah. And then, especially, like, right now, like, our babies were born in, like, peak COVID time. So, like, that was scary, too, because for me, and, like, call me whatever you want, like, whatever, but, like, for me, like, that's why I got her tested. I was just like, let's go. Like, we did that at-home test, especially because his mom tested positive.
Yeah.
And then we all tested. And then, like, I just feel better, like, getting her tested and knowing that it's not that. Because even when we took her to the urgent care, they tested her again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like, let's test her for COVID. So they asked us if we wanted to test her for COVID because we told them that she had gotten tested, like, 2 weeks before because of his mom. So he's like, well, would you feel better if we tested her? And I was like, yeah. And so they tested her and it was negative. I was just like, but, like, I don't know, it makes me feel better getting tested and, like, getting a negative test. Because you just don't know. And then, like, for her, she was going to daycare.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just like, what if she has it, goes to daycare, and like us, at least, like, even if we have it or not, like, we're wearing face masks around. Like, I still wear a face mask at work. I feel judged sometimes because it's literally me, Caesar, and one of my coworkers that
still wear
in the entire company that still wear face masks. Her because she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And then me and Caesar because, I don't know, it just makes us feel safer, more cautious.
Yeah.
And then for him because he's delivering all day, so he's in contact with multiple people.
What about the whole thing with the monkeypox?
That too. Oh my god. I'm not even informed because it all just, like, it scares me. But I know that there's cases here in California, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And that's, like, by contact too, no?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I think they even said it could be what's that word when you catch it in the air?
Airborne?
Yeah. Because I was reading a thing, or I think I saw TikTok. It said that people that work in hotels have to be cautious when they're doing the beds, because if they shake the bed sheets and someone had the monkeypox, they can get it too.
Oh my god.
That's what I read. I don't know if it's true though. But yeah, I was like, that is so scary. And I'm wondering, like, if it gets really bad, are we gonna have another lockdown?
Oh no. No.
I hope not. But I mean, if they're not cautious and, you know,
take it serious
like they should, and, you know, not touch other people, then I think we should be fine. But I mean, come on, look what happened with COVID. That's the thing too, is like,
we had basically a trial run. Like, learn from our mistakes, people. We didn't take COVID seriously. Nobody was wearing masks, everybody was out, everybody was still partying, everybody was getting in contact with other people, and it's like they're telling us the same things that they told us for COVID. Don't be around people, wear a mask, be cautious, minimize contact with people, and, like, nobody's doing it.
I know.
And it's just, like, driving me nuts, because it's like, you guys hated being on a lockdown 2020. We have the opportunity to, like, slow the spread. Like,
you guys still didn't do anything.
But people don't listen, and it drives me crazy. I don't know. It's scary.
I know. Like, my sister, she kept sending me TikToks about it, and I'm like, dude, you're scaring me right now. Like, I'm like, is it even in California? Like, why are you sending me so much things about this? And she's like, no, there's some cases, and that started, I think, in LA. And then I was like, oh shit.
And, like, that's the thing, that's how COVID started. They're like, oh, we have cases in LA, and it's just like, we're just so overpopulated here that like, that's why it spread so quickly. And it's just like, oh, I know, I kept seeing all kinds of, like, TikToks too, and, like, how bad it gets and how, like, ugly and, like, nasty it looks, and I'm just like, I don't want this.
I saw this post on Facebook News, and it said that this guy's nose was rotting because of the monkeypox. And his nose looked so bad. Like, it was black, and you could see that a chunk was missing.
Stop,
it looked so gross. It was so disgusting. I got the chills.
Yeah, that is. And I think maybe TikTok stopped showing me them because I kept just scrolling past them really fast. And I don't get them. Because, like, I'm aware of it, but I'm also so, like, scared that I'm just like, I don't want to hear about it. Just tell me what I need to do. Just tell me what tell me to go outside and I'll follow it, but I don't need to know anything else.
And then just seeing it on other people, like, I don't don't know, like it gives me the chills.
Yeah, like it gives, like it makes you like anxious. Like
yeah,
yeah. It's
just thinking about it right now.
I know. Alright, but what have you been up to the last couple weeks?
Well, Leah has a madrina now because I did ask her that Saturday.
Yeah.
And then I think the following week we took her to the aquarium.
Oh, nice.
We took her back to Aquarium of the Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
And she really liked it. Well, when she was with me, she was enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because I had her in the, what is it called? The kangaroo?
Uh-huh.
I had her in the kangaroo so she could see everything. And then, after a while, I got tired of carrying her, so my husband was carrying her. And then, I don't know if he, like, overreacted, like, when he saw something.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of got scared.
Oh,
excuse me. And then, after that, she was just kind of like, no, don't get me near this,
like the glass?
The glass, yeah.
Aww.
And I was like, what the heck? She was so excited earlier. Like, why is she all scared now? And then I was like, here, give her to me. Like, I'll hold her. And then, yeah, I was able to calm her down, and she was enjoying it again.
Aww.
And it's funny because I kept saying, like, oh, wow, look at the fish.
Uh-huh.
And then we noticed, I think, last week, that's all she says now. Like, whenever she sees something.
How cute.
Whenever she sees something, she'll be like, oh, wow. But she does it, like, so low, and it's so cute.
How cute. I miss her.
Like, I think 2 weeks before we even went to the aquarium or like even thought of taking her, I started showing her Finding Nemo.
Uh-huh.
And you know how it starts off, you know, by the ocean and like all those like colorful things in the ocean.
Yeah.
And I would be like, oh wow. So now every time I put Finding Nemo,
she says, oh
she'll
wow.
be like, oh wow. But it's so cute the way she does it.
That is so cute.
Yeah, like yesterday we went to Costco, and we went down the aisle where they have the TVs, and you know how they have all of them turned on, and they each show like a scenery of something, and she was like, oh wow, and she just kept looking around everywhere.
So amazed by everything. How cute.
Yeah, she's been so cute.
Oh my god.
And it's so funny because she picks up everything so quick now. Like before, she would just put her hand by her ear, and then she'll be like, hello. Like, we'll say hello, and then she'll put her ear on her hand, and then she'll like pretend she's talking.
She's
like
talking
she'll
on
say,
the phone.
She'll make her weird noises. She'll be like, like she'll make weird noises.
Her version of talking.
Yeah. And then the other day, sometimes when my husband will call me, like I'll be pushing the stroller. So you know how you'll hold your phone like on your shoulder and like lean your head? She saw me do that, I think twice. And then now that's all she does. Like she'll grab my phone and she'll try to put it in between her shoulder.
So cute.
And then she'll like put her arm up so she could reach over her ear.
That is so cute.
I'm like, oh my god. I was so surprised when I saw her do that, and I told my husband, I'm like, look what she's doing. She saw me do this twice, and look at her.
Yeah.
She's already learning how to do it on her own.
God. I can't believe she's gonna be 1 next month.
I know.
That is so crazy.
I know. I'm like, my baby.
Oh,
she's getting so big.
1.
I know. Talking about her turning 1, her birthday planning has been so stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm trying to keep it low budget, but I also don't want to be like cheap on her birthday. Like make it look like, I don't know, like I don't know how to say it. So yeah, it's been like really stressful trying to get everything done, and then I feel like I waited so, like I bought the stuff that I needed like months ago, but I didn't start putting stuff together until like maybe this month, like the beginning of this month, and now I'm just like rushing myself to get it done.
Yeah, we used to have a whole month to do it. No, you're doing it in October, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it the first week of October.
Yeah.
Because her birthday is on the 27th. And then that lands on a Tuesday, I think. And then that weekend would be October 1st. So that's when I plan to do her birthday.
Yeah.
Hopefully it works out and
oh my God,
we could do it that day.
I'm so excited. I can't believe she's gonna be 1. She's so cute.
I know.
You think she'll be walking by 1?
I'm hoping she does.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we've been trying to encourage her to walk more. Like she doesn't like to be on our lap anymore. She doesn't want to be held.
Yeah.
She'll push herself so she could be on the floor. And she'll try to we'll put her down, and then we think, oh, maybe she'll bend down to like sit so she can crawl.
Yeah.
But no, she wants to stay up and walk. Yeah. With us holding her.
Oh.
So I think she wants to walk. It's just that she's not fully ready. Yeah, like she's still a little bit scared. Yeah. Like we'll walk her, like we'll hold both her hands, and then sometimes when she feels very confident, she'll only hold one of our hands, and she'll start walking. Oh my god! But she's still kind of like wobbly. Yeah. But not as much as before. Before she looked like a little drunk person.
Yeah, it's so cute when they first start walking. I remember when Ollie first started walking. She started walking like 2 weeks after her first birthday. Really? Yeah. But she does. They look like little drunk people because they're all like wobbly and like they'll just like randomly fall. Yeah. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. Now the girl does not stop. She doesn't stop talking. She doesn't stop running around. She's a whole. I can't believe she's going to be 2. Thanks. She's just. Oh my gosh. Yeah, for her, I think we're going to take her to. Oh, you guys work. I was gonna say if you wanted to go.
Oh, we're to the San Diego World?
No, we're going to the San Diego Zoo.
Oh, that's right.
On October. It's a Wednesday.
It's during the week.
Yeah.
Not on her actual birthday.
No, because we're taking the 12th to the 19th off, and we're gonna go the 12th of October to the. Because we thought, like, it'd be less packed because it's the middle of the week. So we're going October 12th. It's a Wednesday. Oh. Yeah, we're going to San Diego Zoo. And then, well, Friday for sure you guys have to come over. We're going to do just a cake. Just a small cake at the house for her on Friday the 14th, which is her actual birthday. And then I think we're going to Disneyland on the 18th of October. So we're probably not going to be there long. We're probably just going to go walk around, show her around and stuff. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, we plan to take Leah to Disneyland either the day of her birthday or the day after. Oh, I don't think we can. Why? I think the day after her birthday, she has that doctor's appointment where they do, 6 shots? Oh. And they take out blood. Yeah. Eesh. Did Ollie cry? Actually, Ollie never went to take her blood taken out.
No.
We got the order, but then we never did it. And then his brother was telling us how like it was, how like his doctor told him that it was okay for him to wait till he was 2. For that. And then I asked Caesar. I was just like, I mean, she's gonna be harder to hold down when she's 2. But then we never actually ended up doing it, but she did end up getting her blood drawn because I think it was one of the times where it was when her whole the whole lymph node thing, when she was all swollen from her neck. That's when she ended up getting blood drawn and stuff, and it was hard to get. She was over here like through her.
And you have to hold her down?
And I had to hold her. And Miss over here was literally trying to yank the thing out. Because the like, I don't know, the like tube, not the tube, but like the like little plastic string thing that the blood goes through. Yeah. It was kind of close to like her hand. So she was like, it was like on her wrist. So she kept like trying to fold over her hand and like yank it out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and so the nurse had to like hold her hand down while she like did it. But they do it through her arm.
But they don't do it like how they do it to us, right? Because they get like that little tube and then they just stick it in.
Yeah. Yeah, how do you think they do it?
Well, you said they had a needle in there, and it was like
And then it goes through into the tube.
No, the way they've done it to me is they just put a little needle in here, and then they connect it to another little tube. It's like a little plastic tiny tube.
I wonder if because there's a smaller. I don't know. I just know I had a little thing, and then it would go into the.
Oh no! See, mine went like that.
No, I just got my blood drawn like not too long ago, and I can't remember. I don't think it was like directly on the thing.
Yeah, because
I think
the times that I've gone, when they've done multiples or when they even need one, they just do a little one, and then that thing sticks out just a tiny bit, and then they twist another little tube on, and then that fills up, and then they put another one.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I've seen. Like, it's not super long, but it's like the little thingy is a little long.
No,
and
yeah,
then it has the tube. Yeah.
Like if they were to put an IV, right? Yeah, no.
No?
They don't do that to me.
Oh.
They just do a little, they fill up the little tube and that's it.
Huh. That's weird. Yeah, no. I've always had it with the little, like, IV thing connected to it.
That's weird.
That is weird. I don't know. I just thought that's how they did it.
No. Well, I mean, for me, when I've gone, no.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's why I was wondering, do they do it the same way they do it to us or different?
Yeah. No, hers had a little thingy connected to it. But I wonder if they're going to have to do it again.
For her second?
Yeah, her, 2-year appointment.
Probably, if she didn't do it the first time.
Yeah.
And don't they need to do it just to make sure, to check?
For, anemia and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Their iron. Yeah.
Oh, see, you'll get your answer about the apple juice by then.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll see if that pediatrician is right or wrong.
I know. I like her doctor. Her pediatrician's really nice. So I'll ask her.
Yeah.
I have questions.
I always write them down on my phone because then when the day comes to the appointment, I always forget to ask.
I know. I have to do that.
That's what I would do when I was pregnant and I would see my OB. She would tell me, the first day I met her, she's like, if you have any questions, let me know. And then she said, and if you have any questions, before you even see me, write them down on your notes. So when you come the day of your appointment, you have all these questions to ask me.
That's something
because I know pregnancy brain, you forget things. So she told me to do that, and that's what I would do. And every time I would go over, I would have new questions for her. I would bust out my phone.
Yeah.
So I have these questions.
That's what I should have done, because I would forget everything.
Yeah.
I'd forget everything, and then even Caesar would be like, did you ask this? Did you ask that? I'd be like,
oh, I forgot.
I did not ask that. I'm just terrible. Going to the doctor makes me anxious. Even for me, for her, just in general. It makes me so anxious.
I know. When I first went and they told me they had to do the Pap smear, I was so scared. I was like, I hope it's a girl doctor, not a guy doctor.
Yeah, but I've heard, I don't think I'd ever want a guy doctor, but I heard that they say that guy doctors tend to be more gentle.
Yeah.
Because they don't know, so they want to be extra careful, and girl doctors are more
aggressive.
Yeah.
Let's get down to business.
Well, I don't know. All of mine have felt not okay. I don't they've never hurt. They've just been uncomfortable, but I think it's just having anybody stick anything down there is uncomfortable.
Yeah. I know when she was telling me I'm gonna stick this in there and do this, I'm like, what the heck? That is going in me. I was like, okay.
I know, when you see the things that they use to spread it, basically the clamp thing, I was just the first time I ever got one, I was so freaking scared. I was like, you're telling me that's gonna go inside of me and you're gonna spread it open, and you're gonna stick a swab down there.
Yeah.
What? Are
That's
you kidding
crazy.
me? Oh my God. And then the first time I got like a vaginal ultrasound when I was pregnant.
Oh yeah, like when you're barely like
a few weeks. Yeah.
I thought it was on the belly, and then they take out this whole wand, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yes. And then oh yeah, it was like the first couple were like that, where it was like they were vaginal.
I only did one.
One?
Yeah.
I think I did like 2 or 3. One of them was because I had gone to the ER because I thought I was having a miscarriage and I got scared, and they did a vaginal one to make sure that they could see the heartbeat and everything, because I was like bleeding and stuff. And then the other 2, one was the first time I went to get an ultrasound, which after I got confirmed that I was pregnant, I went to get an ultrasound because I had like cramping. I was cramping a lot, and they sent me to get an ultrasound to make sure it wasn't an ectopic pregnancy. And then I think my first appointment with my regular OB, she did a vaginal one.
Oh.
Yeah. So I got like 3 done.
Ouch.
Yeah, and then I recently got one done too.
Ouch.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, with my luck, something's wrong with me. Just kidding.
Oh my God, don't say that.
Just kidding. Well, no, they're only checking to see if I have PCOS.
That's scary though.
I know. And then I don't have my appointment with the OB until the 18th. I don't know. I'll ask questions.
Write them down.
Eventually I'll ask questions.
Oh my goodness. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Before?
I feel like I was gonna say something, but I forgot. My mind trailed off into another.
Oh, we were talking about ultrasounds.
Yeah.
And how painful they are.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. I remember that day I was hurting, like on my stomach. I was hurting. I was like,
do you get kind of like crampy after them? Because after them, I always feel like I get like it feels like cramps, like period cramps kind of. Yeah.
Well, when I had it that one time, I felt very uncomfortable. I felt my stomach was hurting, and then I was feeling cramps, and I think I bled a little bit, but the doctor said that was going to be normal.
Oh, I don't think I've ever bled.
No?
But I do get like cramps afterwards, like my stomach hurts.
Yeah, she said it's normal because, they stuck something in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I was in pain, and I told my husband, I'm like, I was in for a surprise. I didn't think they would do that ultrasound like that.
Yeah,
like, and then when they're like moving it, my belly.
Yeah, and then when they're like moving it around in there,
yes,
I'm just like, it hurts.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Ugh. But I mean, we have to get it done.
Yeah. Ugh. See, that's why I'm just like, pregnancy. I don't know. Pregnancy is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of scary though.
What?
Like being pregnant and doing all that stuff.
Yeah, it's just like, are you sure you should be sticking those things up there with my baby in there?
And then when they do that thing with the butt. That came out weird.
When they swab your butt?
Yeah. I was like, what the heck? Why?
I was in for a surprise when they did that one. I was just like, you're gonna what? And she's like, I have to swab
your butthole.
Your butt. And I was just like, okay. It's like isn't it the strep B test or something like that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But what is it for though? Like, what's the purpose?
Isn't it to make sure there's no they're like testing for a certain type of bacteria, no?
Is it?
I think. Because I think, unless I'm wrong,
it might be that.
But I think when they did that one, and like it came back negative or whatever, they gave me this like little pink card that I was supposed to give my doctor that said, oh, you're negative. But because it was just like, well, that's a normal result, they're like, that's fine.
Oh.
Because I think like if it's positive for whatever it is that they're looking for, like
they have to give you antibiotics now.
Yeah, or something like that. Or like, I don't know, it has something to do with like, I think for like when the baby comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, because they gave me a thing that said, you're negative, just give this to your doctor.
Oh,
but my doctor didn't even ask for it.
You were at a different...
Yeah, I wasn't with Kaiser.
Oh, yeah, because with Kaiser, they They just did the results thing, and then they just give it to my doctor because it's right there.
Because with Kaiser you can see everything.
Yeah. I know. I looked it up because they had told me I had an appointment, and then they told me, oh, for your next appointment you'll be getting this, this, and this done. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, okay. And then I looked it up, or I think I came across it on TikTok. Mm-hmm. And then it was a pregnant girl. She was talking about it. She said that she didn't know they did that. So I was like, oh. So now I know for my next appointment to shower.
Yeah, to shower.
Well, I mean shower before I go to my appointment.
And it's like when you're getting closer to like the end, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's like, yeah.
I was like, it feels very uncomfortable.
The amount of just times that there was doctors and nurses up my hoo-ha, I was just like, this.
You've had different ones?
Well, I had, for when I got my first ultrasound, there was that doctor. And then when I got my regular OB, there was her. And then, when I was in labor, I think I had like 2 different nurses. And then my regular doctor. And then, recently I had another ultrasound, so that lady was up there too.
Dang.
But that one was like the least uncomfortable one I've had.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I was just like, I was so uncomfortable for the pelvic one because I was like, I'm about to piss myself. I was like, lady, if you do not let me go to the bathroom, there's going to be pee all over this bed. No, I was legit, like, I was like, should I take an extra pair of clothes? And I was like, you know what? It's not going to be as bad because this time I'm not pregnant. Maybe it was just bad because I was pregnant and, like, you have, like, less control over your bladder when you're pregnant, right?
So you would pee after your appointment?
Uh-huh.
You would pee, or why were you thinking of taking extra clothes?
In case I peed. Because I was just like, because that's how bad it was when I was pregnant and I got my ultrasounds, that I was like legitimately, and then I have less control over my bladder now that I'm not, like, after having given birth.
Oh yeah.
And so I was just like, you know what, just in case, I don't know, but I was like, maybe it won't be as bad because I'm not pregnant, like maybe it was just because, no, I was just like, if she does not let me get to the toilet. And then finally she let me go, and I swear I peed for like an entire almost 2 minutes.
Dang.
Like, just full force. Just peed. And then I even kind of bent to like lean forward to like, so I could start wiping, and when I leaned forward, more came out. So then I was just like, should I just go from side to side and make sure it's all out?
Oh my god. This episode's gonna be a little TMI. Hey, how did we go from like catching up to talking about pregnancy?
I have no idea. Why did we? Because we started talking about ultrasounds.
I think so.
Right? I don't know.
This episode's gonna be a random one.
Sorry, we haven't seen each other in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been that long. Yeah, we were supposed to record, the 20th?
Yes, last weekend.
And then the 21st, I couldn't because it was my nephew's birthday party. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, dude, that day was so hot.
Which one?
The 21st, yeah, the day of the party.
Yeah.
And then the party was in Corona.
Oh, so it's like hotter over there, no?
Yeah, and then we made the mistake of sitting right next to the taquero. And it was so hot because obviously they had the what is it called? The grill?
Yeah.
They had the grill on, and we could feel all the heat, and then I was trapped in between. So I was literally like like maybe like arm's reach of the grill.
And
then my husband was on my other side. And I felt trapped.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, it's so hot.
Oh.
And then Leah was being fussy because she didn't want to be sitting down.
Yeah.
And it was hot too, and she gets really frustrated when it's hot.
Yeah.
And so I felt so claustrophobic that day, and I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Oh.
And then I felt all sticky.
Yeah.
It was horrible. But then after, like, I had enough of sitting there in the heat. So I told my husband, move. I'm going outside to walk.
I need some fresh air.
But it wasn't even that fresh. But I mean, it did feel a little bit better because I wasn't next to the grill.
I know, it's been so hot. It hasn't been as hot this week, I feel like.
No.
But it's supposed to get back into the 90s.
Really?
Next week.
Oh, man.
I know.
I hate summer. I'm sorry.
But you guys are lucky because you guys have AC in your apartment.
I know. I was telling my husband that wherever we move to, they have to have AC.
Yeah.
It has to have AC because I can't stand the heat. Like, I get so easily frustrated when it's really hot, and I just get in a really bad mood.
Yeah, me too.
That's why I hate summer. And I know other people are like, oh, I love summer, I love the heat, I love that we can go out to these places. And I'm like, no, I hate it. I hate it. Like, I hate feeling sticky and like being really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I prefer winter and fall. I prefer every other season besides summer.
I know. I miss summer until it's summer. Because I hate the cold. But then it's just like it's fucking 90, almost 100 degrees outside. And I'm like, I don't like this.
Yeah, and like with the heat, it's like you could undress so much.
Yeah, there's only a certain amount you can undress.
Right?
Yeah.
And then when it's cold, you could
you just
cover
keep
up.
piling it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I hate it so much because, like, where I work, like, technically I'm in a warehouse, and it gets so freaking cold, like, so cold. It's basically the temperature it is outside.
Yeah.
And then because they have to have the AC on, because it has to be at a certain temperature for, like, all the tools and stuff to, like, acclimate, and it's just, like, and it's a warehouse, like, it's not... There's no heating there, so I have my little freaking heater that only ever heats up my like feet, and even
isn't that bad?
I still use it though, like in the mornings. Right now, like I'll have my heater on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, up until like I come back from lunch, then I turn it on.
Oh my God!
Because it doesn't get that hot in the warehouse.
Oh, that's
like
good.
It does, but if I have my little fan on, I'm totally fine. Like I'm chilling. But like in the winter, I have a blanket out.
Oh my God! I don't know. I think I would rather work in the cold than in the heat. Cause I work in the kitchen.
Yeah. See, but you're like moving around and stuff.
But it still feels
sitting
hot.
there. No, I'm saying like in the winter, it's probably like.
Oh no,
probably
it feels...
keep warm because you're like moving around and like
sometimes.
But I'm just sitting there, and then like my fingers will like start to hurt because of how cold it is.
Oh no.
Yeah, like my fingertips will all be red. Yeah, it's bad.
What is it called?
A frostbite.
Yeah, you're gonna get a frostbite.
Frostbite. I'm working in a warehouse.
Oh my God.
Ollie decided to wake up at 7:30 this morning. And then I think the antibiotics, like they told us that it could cause diarrhea.
So she has diarrhea.
And oh boy, did it cause diarrhea. I was wondering, I was like, why the hell is she up so early? Like, she does not wake up this early. Like, she wouldn't usually be up until like at least 9. And then she woke up, and then I also probably should have checked as soon as I woke up, but I didn't because I was just assuming she was fine. And then it's like 8 something. And she like leans over, and then I'm like, oh, her diaper's full. And then I turn on the light. There's poop on the bed.
No.
She had diarrhea out of her diaper. And it wasn't too much on the bed, but we had to take the sheets off, and then so there was poop on the bed. My sister's FaceTiming me. You wanna answer?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm gonna hang up. I want to talk to Ollie.
Wow, that's
like your house, Kim.
It's not my house. We're recording the podcast.
Oh, okay.
She's like, okay, bye.
Fun.
Wow, that's so rude.
Right?
So rude.
What, Kim?
I'm
the only reason I call you is because of Ollie.
I'm holding that next to the mic. Some expose you on the podcast.
She light ups my world, okay?
I made her. Okay.
I know. So yeah, I appreciate it, but she's the main star.
That's what happens when you have kids. You're no longer the main star.
Okay, sorry to bug you guys.
Alright, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Let me know when you're home so I can talk to Ollie.
Alright, I'll FaceTime you when I get home.
Alright, love you, bye.
Alright, love you, bye.
It's funny.
I'm gonna hang up now.
She's like, I'm gonna hang up. Like right after she saw me.
I didn't even think about that. It did. It sounded rude.
Yeah. I was like, oh, maybe she doesn't want to see me.
Like, I thought you guys were friends too. Oh no. Oh well, my sister made an appearance on the podcast. But what was I saying?
That Ollie had diarrhea.
Yeah. Okay. So Ollie diarrheaed on the bed. It wasn't too crazy. It was just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get her changed, right? And then, oh my god, this was my morning. And then I'm taking off the sheet off the bed, right? Mm-hmm. So I tell her like to stay there and not to, because she kept wanting to lay down, and where she wanted to lay down was where the poop was. So then I told Caesar, take her shirt off, because her shirt was kind of wet. So I was like, take her shirt off, don't let her go on that side of the bed. And then she starts crying, right? She starts crying because she wants to get on that side of the bed. And sometimes she does this thing, as you've seen, where she makes herself cry so much
that she throws up,
that she pukes.
So she threw up,
and she's making herself cry so much, and then like she's still congested, so she like sucks in, and I'm pretty sure she got a whole lot of boogers. Because it like triggers her to throw up, right? But before she threw up, she was already gagging, so I got a blanket to put under her so that she would throw up on the blanket. And this would qualify as my oopsie of the week. But she had stopped gagging, so I moved the blanket, and then she also was moving it, so I was like, she's done, I'm just gonna move it. And right after I moved the blanket, my girl throws up on the bed.
Oh my god.
Half of it got on the sheet, so I was taking it off anyway. But then some of it did get, like, I like caught some of it, but it like went on the bed. So I had poop and puke this morning.
Oh my god, what a morning.
All that before 9 o'clock in the morning.
Dang.
It was like 8:30 in the morning.
I know, I woke up a little bit because I woke up startled because I thought I overslept. And then I checked my phone because I think I heard it vibrate. And I'm like, oh, it's Kim. And then that's when I was like, oh shit, did I oversleep? And then I see the time, I'm like, why is she texting me this early?
Because I was dealing with a poop and throw up.
Oh my god. And then later when I finally woke up, that's when I texted you, and I'm like, well, you were up early this morning. Dang, that sucks.
Yeah, so then, well, she got it like on her arm and on her leg. And I had literally just changed her diaper. She got on her diaper, and then
she's again.
No, but she like she doesn't like being dirty. So like she saw her arm and she saw her leg, and she starts to like shake it And I'm just like, Ollie, please, please, my girl, stop. And like, we're just like, let's just, Caesar is like, I'll just shower with her. So we shoved her in the shower, and she had the time of her life.
Oh my goodness.
And then I had to clean up the throw up. He's like, can you go rinse it? And so I was in the garage in the sink, freaking with the water hose, like rinsing off the freaking puke so that it didn't like stick to the savana. And it's just like, I had to deal.
Oh my goodness.
Just being a mom.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
But then Caesar, like, do you still get grossed out by like Leah's like boogers and stuff?
No.
Oh, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she doesn't really get much boogers.
Right. Well, because Ollie's been so congested, and like the last couple of days, it hasn't just been like clear boogers, it's been like green boogers, right? Like snot. And because of how like much she was how bad her runny nose was, like it started to get like red and like crusty. And then like, so we will clear her nose like before bed or in the mornings, right? Or like before we shower her. And like, but Caesar's like all up in there, like he'll like do it with his hands, and he's pulling out like boogers with his hands. Oh my God. And I think it's disgusting. And he's like, but that's your baby. He's like, those are Ollie's boogers. I was like, okay, that's still gross. But he's like judging me so hard because I'm grossed out by her boogers.
Well, I mean, because you would imagine you would get used to it, you know, because it's your kid.
But it's still boogers.
Yeah, it's still gross. Like, I get you.
It's because they're all these boogers doesn't mean they're not still snot. Like, it's still boogers, but he, like, judges me so much. He's like, honey, like, how are you so grossed out? Like, it's all these boogers.
Yeah.
I was like, because it's still boogers.
I know, it's so funny how, like, well, when I was pregnant, I was telling my husband, like, you have to change most of the poop diapers, because with anything like that smells nasty, like I'll start gagging. And when his dog Rocky was still with us, he would poop very disgusting. Ooh. It was so stinky.
Oh, and that's a big dog too.
Yeah, I couldn't. And my husband would be able to pick it up like nothing. So I was telling him, if you can handle this stinky poop, you can handle the baby's stinky poop. And then I thought it was going to be bad that I wasn't going to be able to change poop diapers. But then I was okay with it. I was surprised with myself. I was like, maybe because I'm a mom now and that's my kid, I'm able to tolerate these stinky diapers.
Yeah, I don't know. I think COVID did me a favor because my sense of smell never fully came back.
Still?
So I can't smell when she's pooped. Unless unless I open the diaper when I'm changing her, then I can kind of smell it, but I still can't smell it a lot. Oh. Like, I can smell it, but it's just not strong to me. So, like, that's why I feel bad sometimes, because, like, I can't smell that she's pooped. And Caesar tries to use that as an excuse. He's like, well, it's not like you can even smell it, so you should change the poop diapers. I was like, no. We're still sharing the responsibility just because I can't smell it. Because it doesn't mean it looks pretty, it still looks nasty. But
I know yesterday he stayed home, and I had changed her diaper in the morning, and then after we fed her breakfast, she pooped. And I told him, can you go change her? It's your turn to change her. And I got lucky because I didn't have to change her poop diaper. And then after, I was like, it's my turn, so I had to change her.
This podcast was
just random.
Yeah, it was just talking because we haven't seen each other in 3 weeks. And we haven't seen you guys in 3 weeks. Well, like always, if you guys want to interact with us, we have our Instagram, which is 2momsandapod_. And then on our Instagram, we have the Google form saved in our highlights. If you guys want to tell us anything anonymously, stories, feedback,
or
any
share
experiences, your oopsies, we have that. So yeah, if you guys want to DM us on Instagram, that's our Instagram.
Or even email us. I think we have the email on.
We also have the email on our Instagram, 2momspod@gmail.com.
Oh, before we end the podcast, what did Caesar say about your hair?
Oh, okay. So I texted him and I was just like, "How mad would you be if I cut my hair?" He's like, "Well, I'd be sad, but whatever you want." Okay. And then, well, you saw I FaceTimed him when you were doing it, and then he just hung up on me. And I was like, "You didn't tell me you'd be mad. You told me you'd be sad."
Yeah.
And then I get home and he's like kind of grumpy with me. He's not like really talking to me. And I'm just like, wow, like, you didn't tell me you were going to be mad. You just told me you're going to be sad.
Yeah.
And then he didn't really say anything. He was just like, let me see. And I was like, it's a little shorter than I expected. He's just like, let me see. I was like, but it's fine. It's still a good length. He's like, just take it down. Let me see. And so I took it down. And he's just like, okay. And then he was like grumpy. And then like 2 days later, he's like, I don't even notice your hair. You made all that fuss, boy. And you're just like, I don't even notice your hair.
Oh my god, what a drama queen.
Yeah, literally, he just wanted to be an excuse to be mad at me. But anyways, I like my hair.
It looks good.
It feels lighter. It just feels better.
I've been thinking of cutting mine. But no, because I have very thin hair. So I look bald. Well, okay, guys. This is the end of our podcast. Hope you guys liked it, even though it was super random.
Yeah, it was just another catch-up podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for this week. We will see you guys